Hey yo, what is up guys? It's Italian, the gimme your ramen noodles guy. Yum yum yum. I was originally going to put this in the mastery guide part 2, but I ultimately decided to just make it a standalone video guide with information rather than adding it to the mastery guide part 2. Don't worry, I promise I won't fill it with puns. Anyways, let's hop straight in, shall we? Today we're going to be talking about Fiona Catastra and how to complete the bench. Yes, you heard that right, your favorite neighborhood cat. For those of you that don't know how to do the cat delves, there are two major ways you can go about this. The first way is to find a delve bench, whether it's in a club or the hub, whichever one you prefer. You can find the delve bench in the Trove hub by spawning in the hub and looking just to the right of you, where there's a giant pickaxe on the building inside. Inside that building is where you can find the delve bench. Now when you're in the delve bench, you're looking for a label titled Depth Stepper Castle Catastra. I also want to mention that the NPC Rokatan, which is directly behind you, also has ports you can craft, but these are going to cost 999 geode inerts, which you get from killing enemies in delves. You can also get inerts from loot collecting stable gateways you buy from the marketplace or stable gateways that you receive. The name of the port you're looking for when you're in that NPC is going to be labeled Depth Stepper Furious Fiona. Now, the second way you can farm the delves is by crafting a challenge port through the delve bench and finding the depth of floor that Castle Catastra spawns at. When you do, you can farm it continuously over and over again until you drop the memento, or if you're farming for materials and stuff like that. Keep meowing, 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 keep what? I wasn't making a parody of Limp Bizkit's Rolling Song. Anyways, when you're crafting this delve, I would highly recommend you to do 115 plus and kill everything you see and vacuum it as well. Well, I mean, if you want, you can. It's not really required, but the reason why I would recommend you to is because it's going to be very beneficial, because enemies will drop cat's eyes gemeralds, the precious materials needed to complete everything within the bench, and you're going to need a lot of these crystals. Side note, a very important one actually, while you're grinding for this, there's an ally that will increase the amount of gemeralds gotten. His name is going to be Kennick the Fennec, as shown on screen. While you're pawing your way through the delves, you'll sometimes come across reinforced caches as shown on screen. Now you need Fee's keys to open these. There's also variants that don't really need a key to open it. The drop rates really vary, but you'll generally get between 10 and 90 cat's eyes gemeralds. Maybe you can get more. I haven't really tested it, but when I did it, I generally got around those numbers. Another merchant you should keep your peepers glued for is going to be Griff, the field merchant. He's going to sell an assortment of stuff like tombstone recipes, which I want to note that those don't really restock. So if you decide to grab them to sell, you kind of won't be able to get them anymore. Unless you can find it on Marketplace, that's about the only time you can get them. So I wouldn't recommend buying them to sell them, because like I said, you won't be able to get them anymore. He's also going to sell heirloom gemeralds, which are essential for mastery, and inert geode wallet expander, which will make it to where you can carry more inerts, which is always helpful. Cat's eye gemeralds, and 4 mount upgrades, which basically allow you to use your favorite mounts in the delves. Sometimes you'll also come across a bench called the gem processing bench. You'd think you're actually fine-tuning your gems, but in reality you aren't. The bench is going to contain Fee's keys, cat's eye gemeralds, which reset weekly, and another mount upgrade. The power of editing. So we are finally in the boss room here. There's going to be another important bench called Quarter Meowster Griff, which actually contains 3 mount upgrades and some cat's eye gemeralds. By the way, these don't restock once you buy them. However, I believe the 2 heirloom gemeralds do restock every daily reset. The last and final bench is going to be called the Boxo Ninetails. You can find it in the boss room, but I'm using the one in the club. Man, when I hear that, I get nostalgic though, because when I hear Boxo Ninetails, I kind of think of Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyways, this is where you're going to be able to find all your mounts, your allies, and other mastery related content. Now, I don't know the full math to the bench yet, but I'll come back when I have the full math to it, so you guys aren't really in the dark about it. Now, to complete everything mastery related in this bench, you need a total of 15,525 cat's eye gemeralds, 59 heirloom gems, 1,100 inert geodes, 25 ashen souls, 100 shadow shards, 100 nitro, 100 bottles, 200 wild cupcakes, 576 bleach bones, 150 steed feed, 1,250 enchanted wood, and 1 eye of the Cthulhu. I want to thank you all for watching the videos and showing support. You're all awesome. I also want to touch down on the reason for content slowing down to a degree. I've been very busy with a lot of stuff lately in real life, including editing. However, I wanted to note as well that there's still new videos and content in the works, and you guys are going to see them very, very shortly. I love you all, and bing bong, ping pong, give me your ramen noodles.